我叫 Karl， 我是美国人。我来台湾4年了。我跟我的太太开了一间有机店。我叫 Karl， 我是美国人。我来台湾4年了。我跟我的太太开了一间有机店。我喜欢摄影，也制作影片。有时候我也教英文。我现在正在学中文。台湾人都很亲切。我爱台湾。That was rough.
没有，他说话很像那个在美国说的。
很像在美国说的。
对，就有点在学英文。
有点像在学英文哦，学中文啊，他在学中文哎。
来自美国的任卡尔刚搬到台中定居，今天他和妻子佩玲要到南投工作，拍摄车城木业展示馆的简介影带。
I studied journalism in college, and then right out of college, I was lucky to get a job with a local TV station in Atlanta. After that, I worked for ABC News for about 20 years, and ABC News is one of the major TV networks in.
我本来是彰化人，就大概在97年的那个 summer， 带我的孩子去参加一个 summer camp 的时候，就碰到 Karl 跟他的家人都在那里当 volunteer， 所以就认识他。要走以前，他就丢给我一个名片，然后就email 通了1年，然后我再搬到美国。
这段婚姻是两人的第二春。卡尔和佩玲带着各自的孩子，组成了跨种族与跨文化的家庭。
Okay.
要介绍这里面的展览，还有这边卖的东西吗？
对，
还是就是 DIY 木头 DIY？
里面的东西。
然后你自己讲哦，我们不问你啊。
爱讲什么？
你要卖什么？
离开了美国的电视新闻圈，卡尔跟着妻子搬到台湾定居，但他退而不休，时常受邀制作影片。
I do the actual shooting. I do the camera work, and when we're planning to shoot a story, I like to go and visit the business or whatever it is, meet the people there, kind of see what they do, and then I'll come back and think about how to tell their story visually.
我从这里钻进来，从这里出来，吧。
Pei-Ling and I will discuss what points are important. She'll speak to the owner or the business manager about what their message is, what they want to convey in a video that we do.
Put it a little closer to him.
我一直觉得不是很喜欢住美国，本来带着小孩，小孩需要照顾，我一个一下接这个，要接那个，接完之后16岁他们就开始开车， 开车以后就一个一个都出去了。到我小女儿自己开车上高中的时候，我就觉得我好像失业了。
我们车城木业展示馆里面有展示很多早期在木业的一个历史跟文化。我们木业展示馆最主要的目的就是一个教育的性质的教育馆。假日的话就是早上9点到下午6点。
我就想说啊，我之前很喜欢种东西，啊，我自己后院也一直都有种很多的东西，然后就找到农委会有办园丁计划，我觉得是一个很好的机会，所以我就回来上园丁计划。上完之后就跟我妹妹就觉得说，那我们找块地来种，然后就我先搬回来，靠我继续工作将近2年，然后飞来飞去的。
Pauline came back over here, I believe, in 2008. And most of 2008 and 2009, we were apart. I stayed in the U.S. to take care of some things and work, and she came over here and started the farm and business. For a long time, she wanted to come back to Taiwan, and I knew that she's always been very interested in growing things and farming. I came over here, I think 3 times. I would come for 60 days. We were staying in Chang'an, my sister-in-law's house, and I saw that I would be welcome and sort of got a taste of what living here would be like, and really liked it. I thought it would be okay.
于是卡尔也辞了工作，来到南投县信义乡当起了农夫。
We have tomatoes, which is most of what you see right here. I look for the ones that are the most red, the deepest red color. And when I first started picking tomatoes, I would pick them like this. And Pei-Ling said, "No, you have to pick them with the head on them. People in Taiwan like to have the head on the tomato to make it look more natural." I've sort of been surprised in Taiwan people don't eat the big tomatoes. In America, we really like the big, fat tomatoes. Really, until I came to Taiwan, I didn't really, I was not concerned about eating organic food. But being a part of this farm and talking to Pei-Ling and her sister and seeing the interest in organic farming here in Taiwan, I've kind of come around. I can appreciate the idea behind it.
除了自己种植的温室蔬果，佩玲的农场也跟附近的梅农收购新鲜的梅子。
We are picking some organic May, these little plums that go into so many of our products. The number one rule was they had to grow their May organically, with no chemicals. That's why these are not the most beautiful or perfect. There were no chemicals or pesticides used on the May, which is what we look for.
就是这是我们丰丘教会嘛，那我们知道他们兄弟有这个梅园，然后就是没有喷农药的，然后是最快的，就是不用运费啊，不用什么，只要摘下来就可以了。所以季节到了，我们就请他们摘下来。这样可以吗？这样你放得到？
除藻芥不行啊，它很毒啊。那毒到它可以20年。它20年，所以我没有对，它在土壤上的代谢会慢啊。那尽量就是跟有机这个关系的东西，我还蛮喜欢，所以我会坚持在所有的东西或者是果蔬类，我会做这种坚持做这样的方式。
The first time when you tasted the May, how did you feel?
Well, of course, I felt it was very sour, especially just to eat the fruit. And also the Meijing is very sour. But then I tasted some other things. Of course, there's so many cakes and candy and things like that are made with May that I came to like the flavor of it.
Yeah, I think that one tastes very good. I like it.
Here, it tastes so good, I'll let you have the rest of it. And how too.
一个在新闻领域里面工作超过20年的专业的新闻制作人，退休以后顺从妻子的意愿，选择了台湾作为他人生下半场的舞台。那么从一个非常竞争的媒体工作转换成为开心农场的一份子，他似乎得到了很多乐趣。让我们欢迎今天我们2位客人 ，Karl 以及佩玲。Hello，Welcome， 欢迎欢迎欢迎。
Thank you.
Welcome, Karl.
Thank you.
Come.
哎，是看看我们的自然美。
Thank you， 佩玲，来请坐。Thank you for the present， 谢谢你们的礼物。And it's cold， 很冷的感觉，很冰的。
自然美的梅子，
这是自然梅的梅子。
对，这是自然生长的梅子。
I'm gonna try it now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Have you had this before?
I have, quite a bit.
How do you like it?
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Very tasty.
Oh, that was a large sip. 我喝太大口了，有一点回甘的感觉。It was sour first, but then it come back as sweetness.
Yes.
Right? Tastes really good. 这是from南投，是
It's from Nantou. From
南投的
organic May grown in Nantou County.
organic May growing in Nantou County, and this is all the May produce that you do in Nantou,
对
right?
我们的梅子产品。
培林跟 Karl 在南投都有在生产这个有机的梅的产品啊。其实我们对梅的这个产品其实蛮熟悉的啦，我自己也喝过梅，可是你们这个喝的真的蛮不错的，蛮沁性凉的感觉哦。
是哈。
Karl, you said you have tasted May before?
Yes.
Tell us about your first time tasting May.
It was probably 4 years ago when I moved to Taiwan. And we began selling some of these May products. First, we started with May Jing,
Right.
and eventually sold May juice and other things. So that's probably when I first tasted it.
Yeah, what was your reaction when you first tasted May? Were you surprised that you liked it, or were you shocked that it was so sour? Or
Well,
how
it's
was
kind
it
of an
taste?
unusual flavor. I had never heard of May until I met Pei Ling and started coming to Taiwan. You know, people refer to it as a plum, but it's not really like the plums that we have in America.
Right,
It's
it's
very
different.
different. And so I didn't really know what to expect.
Okay.
But I enjoy it.
So I want to ask 佩玲，因为我刚刚有说，其实我住在美国一阵子，我发现很多我的美国朋友不太敢尝试新的东西啊。你觉得 Karl 他是很敢尝试新的食物的人吗？
应该是只要能吃的他都会吃，除了臭豆腐跟苦瓜不吃以外，他说有什么东西从苦字开头的或者臭字开头的哪能吃啊？其他的都 OK。
Because this Pei Ling said that there's something that you do not want to try, which
Sure.
is the stinky tofu.
Stinky tofu, although I have tried it. I've had many people say, oh, well, you haven't tried it. Yes, I've tried it. I don't like it.
To say the least, right? Okay. And also, Pei Ling said something about you actually enjoy taking the plum juice now every day for health reasons.
Right, yeah, I take the Meijing, the May extract. And I find it, you know, I can't say exactly what it does, but it seems to, you know, keep me healthy. I think it helps my digestion, you know, that sort of thing.
所以 Karl 觉得说喝这个梅精对他的身体不错啊，这个对一个外国人来讲蛮特别的。
因为他翻译过整本的那个梅经的书，那翻译的当中他就看了很多，然后就本来是完全不相干，也不会去相信什么东西，然后他觉得哎这有道理，然后他就吃看看，然后发现说他每次回美国的时候搭飞机都会在飞机上有很多的不好的细菌，他都会感冒很严重，然后最近这一次 他发现快要感冒，可是并没有发生，他就觉得说可能是他过去半年来很认真的吃，可能有关系。他觉得
也是有可能的，因为我妈也常叫我喝多一点酸的东西，醋啊、酵素啊这些东西，
就体质比较碱性，
对，比较碱性一点。
对，他就感觉这样子。
刚刚佩玲讲到这个美国的生活，因为 obviously Karl, you're from the States, right? You're from Atlanta.
Yes,
That's
Atlanta,
where Georgia is, right?
Yes.
How is it to maintain a cross-racial, cross-culture family like this?
Well, it really wasn't too much of a problem. First of all of our kids are great. I mean, we're so proud of them. There was a little bit of growing pains the first couple of years, mainly because we had 3 teenagers in the house.
Right.
But I can't really say that there was any cultural or racial disharmony between the 3 of them. It was sort of like typical
teenage things.
Right. And
could you give me some examples? Because I was 12 when I went to the States, so I know exactly how a teenager feels when they go to a different country. So I'm asking you, teenage thing when you said, what's it like?
Well, we sort of had different styles of parenting.
Okay.
Pei-Ling has more of a, I guess, traditional Taiwanese parenting style, a little more authoritarian. What she says goes, that sort of thing. I was a little bit more lenient, probably. As time went on and our kids matured and our family relationship matured, it became really smooth. And now I'm proud to say that our 3 kids are really the best of friends. I mean, my daughter considers Pei-Ling's son and daughter as her sister and brother, and they're very close.
Great. I think not many people in Taiwan could say that. It's hard for us to imagine sometimes with 2 family, different cultures, both have different kids joining together as one big family. 那其实佩玲，你是后来靠退休以后，你决定要到台湾来做这个农场。我一开始说是像开心农场一样。对。然后你们大概分离大概有2年之久，因为你先回台湾。
对，但是他中间会过来待个1-2个月，来
看看这边的环境，
来2-3次。
来了以后，他决定说，他退休以后，他可以来台湾居住哦，这样。
他要帮忙卖番茄。他刚来的时候，在信义农会，如果有摆摊子的时候，他就在那边卖番茄果汁，他就很吸引人，然后很多记者就会过来找他说：“你怎么来这边卖番茄的？”
Did you decide that you want to move to Taiwan when you first, came here to see her, to visit her in her farm?
Well, I think I had to spend a little time here, kind of see what was going on, kind of see what the community was like, what the culture was like, and if I thought, how comfortable we could be here.
What was it like when you first here, when you first went to Shanghai?
Shanghai.
Well, I remember the first time I came to Shanghai, I arrived very late at night, and we drove and drove and drove from the airport. And
so far.
I can still remember coming through the village, very dark, and the light shining on the buildings and that sort of thing. And it was a pretty foreign environment for me.
Okay, so what was it like besides that? It was dark and it was foreign. What were the people like, and how was the weather, and how was the food?
Well, the people were great. The people were so friendly and welcoming, and that's been my experience the whole time in Taiwan. Is people are just so friendly and make me feel at home. The weather, where I come from in Georgia, it gets pretty hot, and so I was not. The weather didn't affect me too much. The food took some getting used to, mainly because it was so different from what I was used to.
How was the food so different? Was it taste different, or was it look different, or?
Yeah, I guess it was just like a lot of the vegetables I was not familiar with, a lot of the green vegetables, and just the way a lot of the food was fried, that sort of thing.
And finally, you decided that this could be a great place for you to retire.
Yes. Well,
what was the big part that made that decision?
Well, I think just you know, I feel like it's important to experience new things in life. And I felt like this would give us an opportunity to really have experience a different life than what we had in America. I knew that Pei Ling was very happy to be back here and was doing something that she really wanted to do. And I felt like that I could help her in some way, and you know, we could both benefit, and it would be a good experience.
所以后来Karl就决定来台湾上安这边退休了。然后我们在影片中看到，其实他除了退休在开心农场，就是你的农场帮忙以外，其实你们两个还有制作一些影片，对不对？
对，然后他还帮我们设计所有我们的贴纸都他设计，
所以他其实还蛮忙的。
他就比较艺术性的。
You were in the U.S. as a news producer and quite professionally, actually, from ABC and CNN. When you decided to retire here in Taiwan, you do actually do some film production with Pei Ling.
Right.
But that's like playing major league, and then now you're in the amateur little league. You know, how does that transform? How does that feel?
Well, you know, when I worked for those big organizations, I was like a small cog in a big machine. And what I do now, I enjoy because between the two of us, we make all the decisions. You know, it's our product, it's our creativity, it's our ideas that come across. It gave me an opportunity to take pictures and tell a story. And so what we do now is, I feel like it's very positive, and we're helping people, and you know, maybe giving them a way to tell their story or promote their business in a way that they wouldn't have had before.
听他这样说，他其实蛮享受的。
对啊，
对不对
因为当自己的老板，也是有悲剧才要去。现在是拍正面的东西。
其实Karl 在台湾现在已经4年多，快5年了，在这个上安这个地方啊，随遇则安，融入这整个环境，而且认识了很多好朋友，生活可以说是比较起来他以前的这种专业新闻的身份呢，我觉得听起来更多彩多姿一点，更丰富一点。我们来看下一段的这个 VCR， 更认识一下 Karl 在台湾的生活，待会再跟他多聊聊。
Hi, my name is Karl. I'm from America, and I'm here with my little dog Smart. We're here to tell you why we like to live in Chang'an Village.
2010年，卡尔参加了英文创意短片大赛《我的家乡最美丽的活动》。为公平起见，他舍弃了专业的器材，而以简单的数位相机录制短片。
To the 16 houses we call the Beverly Hills of Chang'an. Okay, believe it or not, all the blue plastic bags in the entire world are grown right here in Chang'an. Okay, that's not really true. Actually, it's bananas growing inside those blue plastic bags. wo xi wan qi sheng jiao.
I'm happy to say that it did very well. It was very popular. I think it won the popular vote on the internet. They gave me second place because they said that I was a professional. Well, we lived here for 3 years, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience for me. Growing up in the suburbs in the U.S., this is very different, a very different environment. But I think it's good for people to experience something different.
Karl, your turn. You get that one for me. 为了我，他一定要摘到。
You want that yellow one, right?
Yes.
This one?
Yes. Since you're already there, can you get another one?
Sure. How about this one?
Now you can down.
Okay. Film conducting criminal activity.
好棒哦！
如果我喜欢吃，
这一颗真的很好吃呢。
Well, pretty much every morning, Smart and I would come over here to this area, and we would walk across Cheichao, the suspension bridge. And also, at the end of the trail is a staircase that winds down through the forest and comes out near Achen's house. And we would usually go to Achen's house and have coffee or something to drink. So It was a great way to start the day. Achen,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Me too. 要不要喝咖啡？咖啡 OK？
好。
OK，好。
阿成是卡尔在上岸社区的好友之一，两人虽然语言不通，却依旧称兄道弟。
这个我的。
你去水里吗？
耶。去买菜，他妈都要有 party 什么鱼干那个？
See, he says smile too fat again.
太肥了。
He's not fat.
No,
You feel him, he's not fat.
you just try to feed him a lot.
I don't feed him that much.
Yes, you always left some food on the bowl.
我们这个社区从民国85年到90年，短短5年内经过3次大灾害。85年，我记得85年是后果台风，在我们这个山区下了2000公里的水量那受创相当严重。再来88年是经过921大地震，山上的土石都松动。等到90年那种桃枝台风一下子全部把山上的土石流全部下来。那一次土石流受创那么严重，我也因为这样才投入社区的一些复建工程，所以我们也是成立一个叫做什么那个美休闲农业。美休闲农业把这一些比较志同道合的把它拿在一起再重建我们整个村落的一个工程。
干嘛？
有面包要吃吗？要不要？
要啊，
要
当然要。
来，
还要问吗？
阿成的儿子是西点烘焙师傅，所以家中常常有好吃的欧式面包。
阿成是面包，
好吃。
Thank you，
谢谢。Grandma is always very concerned that I get enough to eat. And she's also very concerned when I get too fat. So.
你妹妹就安尼讲，你敢烦恼阮口无食呢，足少也当都调这才爱去。
对啊，佫嫌讲伊为了大块。
来讲你唔煮饭食，伊要来阿床就食，吃饭。真个无白讲，你若唔煮饭食，要阿床就食。
随着农场业务拓展，卡尔跟佩玲离开了上岸社区，搬到台中经营有机食品店。卡尔的生活也有了小小的变化。
医院
在银行的左边。
对，好。卡尔一开始的时候是跟他的朋友一起来的，然后他大概跟我差不多学了5-6个月。你的朋友都是英文老师吗？
我的朋友有的是英文老师。Living here in Taiwan, there's plenty of English, but in order to really get to know people and to really be comfortable to some extent, I felt like I really needed to learn some Chinese.
便利商店、餐厅、大卖场。对，卡尔在上课的时候，他是非常专心的，而且如果他听不懂那个发音的时候，他会重复的、不断的问我。对，所以我们两个其实在这方面有一个共同点，是我们都非常有耐心。
彰化。
对，不是长话，彰化。对。
If I became fluent in speaking Chinese, that might open up some other opportunities for me to make videos or do some photography, things like that.
有时间来车城我们这里可以。
I think this is first time, but I want him to speak second time. I have to listen second time if that.
Okay, this may be it. Once I capture the video to my computer, Pei Ling will come in here and we'll listen to an interview.
车城 original is wood market。其实他认识我，根本也是一个 surprise。他根本从小时候一直到认识我以前，他从来就没有想过说他会有一个女朋友或者太太是外国人，生活那么多年，所以几乎也没有想过说回来会有什么很大的冲击或什么，就住下来了。
What's wrong? Any problem?
The only problem I have right now is I'm catching a cold.
Cough?
No, not too much.
Yeah.
Just a runny nose and stuffy head.
All day long?
Since yesterday, yeah, since last night.
他说他就是这2天有大量的流鼻水啊，特别是在晚上的时候嘛。就从把脉来看啊，他跟脉象跟之前差不多啦，因为他也可以习惯吃中药。那我们开一些中药给他吃，他等一下要为他针灸。迎香穴。
Okay.
Oh. Pain?
It's okay.
Or sore?
A little, but that's all right.
Sore or pain?
A little.
Little. Okay.
Well, we came to see the doctor today because I am coming down with a cold and also minor problems with some of my fingers and toes that the doctor has been helping with. It's something that I wanted to try. I know Chinese medicine has been around for many, many years and with a great deal of success, and many people believe in it and trust their health to Chinese doctors. So I'm certainly willing to try whatever, anything like that I can. Like coffee cup.
Yeah. Coffee cup. 我们给他做拔罐，这个治疗可以松弛他肩膀肌肉的张力，舒缓他的压力张力。
Yeah, I've never had this on my face before, so that's kind of a new experience. But it seems to be helping. It's supposed to be immediate like this, but my nose is not running right now, which is a great relief. What are you looking at?
Tango!
Well, I'm putting these bottles of tea seed oil into the boxes. We sell them with these nice gift boxes. Well, tea seed oil is, I think you can get it in the U.S., but there's not a big demand for it. People don't really know about it.
佩玲的有机店除了贩售自家农场的作物，也兼卖本地小农的有机食品。卡尔爱喝咖啡，来到台湾后也喝起了台湾咖啡。
Often when we buy coffee beans that are grown here in Taiwan, the beans have been dried, but they still have this shell on the outside. And what we have to do is remove the shell by hand. Now I'm sure there's machines that will do this. We do this by hand so that we can sort of sort through and eliminate the bad beans, any that might have insect bites or some kind of problem, broken, that sort of thing.
剥壳后的生咖啡豆还必须经过烘焙，引出浓郁香气，才能煮成香醇的咖啡。
And what we listen for is a popping sound. It makes a popping sound about a little more than 3/4 of the way through. And once we hear that popping sound, we know that the beans are almost ready. Probably about 3 years ago, we started to roast our own coffee beans. And the person that taught us how to do it was Lau, who owns this B&B
And this is his machine that he lets us use. Many people in the U.S. spend a lot of money to retire in Florida or Arizona because of the climate, and I think Taiwan has a climate very similar to Florida, so it's good in that regard. I think it's a good place to retire. Of course, the healthcare system here is very good, and the people are friendly and welcoming. Nice to meet you. If I had not come to Taiwan, I would probably still be working, hopefully, in the TV business, and my life would not be nearly as colorful as it is now.
我们可以看到 Karl 的生活在这个上岸呢是多姿多彩的，而且朋友很多，还挺受欢迎的。他另外一个最大的兴趣就是拍照。现在现场有看到很多他的这个摄影作品，我们带到现场来。Karl, one of your biggest habits is to take pictures.
Yes.
We have 4 of your work here. Would you like to introduce them to us?
Sure. If we can start with this first one up here.
With all the ladies here.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite pictures that I've taken since I've been in Taiwan. This was at the Grape Festival in Xinyi several years ago. And these young ladies were getting ready to perform. They're dancers. And I just caught them at just the right moment. And the lady in the center is looking right into the camera while her fellow dancers are all doing something, doing their hair or something like that. And I really like that picture. The next one is, one of the great things about Taiwan is the beautiful landscapes that you see. The mountainous area, really breathtaking. And this is a tea farm near Puli. I just love the curve of the tea farm and how everything is so neatly arranged, and the shadows of the trees and that sort of thing. So
他很喜欢拍照，喜欢拍采茶，喜欢拍花。对，但是好像很少拍你。
对啊，因为他爱那只狗比爱我还多。
Is it true? Pei-Ling is actually saying that you seldomly take picture of her. You take a lot of picture of other stuff, the mountains, the girls, your dog Smart.
Smart 一定每天一定会拍一张。
And Smart is always on the picture.
哪天没有放 Smart 的照片在 Facebook， 别人会说，今天怎么还没有放啊？
Well, in my defense, I often am told right up front, no pictures.
Smart 不会说 no， 他就一直拍啊。
不过有可能了，有些女生都自己还没有打扮好，不想被拍了，对不对？
对。
I'm with you. I'm with you. Smart, that's your dog.
Yep, it's our famous dog.
What do you think of the picture right here?
That's another one of my favorites. That was when he was probably maybe 10 weeks old. And this was taken near Achen's place.
Achen's place.
Which I would frequently take him there in the morning to run around. And he got into some of the grass or something that was growing there and came out with these little green things on his face. And it was really cute, really cute.
It's funny, this picture of Smart kind of reminds me of you. Because he's so adventurous, he's going into the bushes and going to flowers and got himself all this interesting thing on the face. It reminded me of you moving all the way from Atlanta to Taiwan to Shanghai and staying here and meeting all these interesting people and having so many interesting things happening to you. 像 Karl 他从美国的 Atlanta 搬到我们台湾的南投的上安社区哦。从一个这么紧张的生活，或者是说这个 suburban 就是比较城市，
对，
然后到我们这种郊区，而且还很乡下的感觉，他觉得这样的生活，这种改变，他喜欢跟不喜欢哪里，或者他觉得很 enjoy 嘛。
The scenery in Shanghai is so beautiful. The mountains, the place is surrounded by mountains and the natural environment that we have there. Of course, the people are quite a bit different from those that live in suburban America. Although I've found that people are basically the same everywhere, which is good. Shanghai did not have as many choices for Mexican restaurants and pizza places and things like that.
But
and no one speak English.
Well, yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
他说
spoke
训练
English.
Smart 只讲英文，因为他要有人可以讲英文，不然他当哑巴当了4年多。
如果上岸有很多墨西哥美食或者是很多披萨的话 ，I'll be really surprised 。我会非常的惊讶。那上岸真的没有这些素食吗？如果他真的想吃这些西洋的东西，他
最近的麦当劳40分钟。
Wow, 40 minutes away for
Yeah,
the nearest McDonald's, for the
Yeah.
nearest fast food.
Yeah, it's funny. In America, I very rarely ate at McDonald's.
Right.
Very rarely. And when I moved here, for the first few months, it was hard to pass by McDonald's without stopping. I guess it was just that little taste of America, a little taste of
Right.
home, that always, we call it comfort food.
Right.
So I would stop in for some comfort food.
I totally understand because that's so true. Because
Yeah.
when I was in the States for 10 years or actually 12 years, I always, I miss the most is steamed rice. The smell of it, the taste
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
It kind of remind me of home, like what you said about fast food.
Right.
So,
Right.
okay, enough of the rice and fast food. 我现在要聊聊除了白米或者是这个素食以外的，我们要聊聊木瓜。Let's talk about papaya. Okay, you're laughing now because we saw on the clip that randomly, Pei-Ling was stopping and say, "Hey, get that papaya for me," and then you were actually citing. You're like, "Are you sure you want this?" I mean, does this happen a lot? Would Pei-Ling just impulsively want something from the tree and wanting you to get it?
It happens from time to time. Yeah, one of her favorite things is dragon eye, and we've been known to go to extraordinary lengths to get dragon eye from the top of the tree.
Right.
That kind of thing. I think in the incident with the papaya, I was more concerned about falling off the chair while your people were filming.
Right.
And sort of making a fool of myself than anything else.
你觉得是这样的吗，佩玲？
通常他不想做或不要的东西，他有一点点犹豫一下，可是到最后他都会做，他几乎不说 no 的。
对，所以人家说夫唱妇随，可是颠倒过来，有没有？妇唱夫随嘛，你要什么他就帮你去拿，你要木瓜就帮你拿木瓜，你要龙眼他就帮你去摘龙眼。
对，每年都要帮我摘龙眼。
听起来蛮甜蜜的啦，
是啊，
我蛮羡慕的。Okay, another thing. I heard that you have been to a Chinese herbal doctor.
I have.
Try acupuncture that we see in the
I've been
VCR.
several times having acupuncture.
Was it Pei-Ling's suggestion that you go see an acupuncture, a Chinese herbal doctor?
Yeah, I think so.
What was your first reaction? I mean, the really first time that she said, "Hey, let's go see an acupuncture doctor."
I think I was, willing to do it.
Wow.
I enjoy different experiences. If you're going to live in a foreign country, then you need to be willing to, experience some new things. So I was willing to go.
Okay, that's very adventurous. What about because when I was in the States, whenever I get sick, my mom just say, let's just go to pharmacy. Let's just pick up some medicine there because it'll be a month later or 2 weeks later when we get an appointment to see a doctor.
Yeah.
That's how hard is it to see a doctor? So, 佩玲，你是不是有这种感觉？在美国看医生其实蛮不简单的，
很麻烦，
对不对？
对，然后又很贵，然后账单又不一起寄来，他会分好几次，
对，
所以很难看医生。
Obviously, it wasn't your retirement plan to come to Shanghai or to come to Taiwan. What was your original retirement plan? Where would you imagine yourself settling down for retirement?
Well, first of all, I don't consider myself retired.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still.
That is true.
Still got some mileage left in me,
With all this work that you've been done, you're not actually. Yeah, that I will give you that.
Yeah. Up until I met Pei-Ling, I had spent my entire life basically in the same zip code in America, the same neighborhood, practically. And so that's what I expected to do. I expected to probably stay right there in Atlanta.
Same job,
same
place.
Spend my retirement there.
How would you describe a typical retirement plan or a day in Shanghai? What would you do in Shanghai? a perfect day, a typical perfect day in Zhangnan?
Yeah. Well, you'd probably get up first thing and walk the dog because you'd have to have a dog if you if you live there. Then maybe join some of the older folks that play croquet.
Okay.
There, in one of the parks there. Then maybe go by Achen's.
Okay.
He'll make some coffee. Maybe serve you some of his bread, homemade bread that he makes.
Yes.
Walk across the bridge.
Wow. Yeah.
Enjoy the scenery.
Yes.
Go home and take a nap until lunchtime. And just enjoy the day. Living in Taichung has really opened up a lot of new avenues. I've made a lot of new friends there. There are, of course, a number of foreigners there, and I've gotten to know quite a few people, good friends. So I would say yes.
比较多人可以讲英文，他不会当哑巴。对，
我觉得他也是很认真的一个学生，他这个学中文学得也很快。对。You actually, we see in the VCR that you're a really good student when it comes to learning Mandarin. You really want to practice it to the right pronunciation.
Well, I really try. And my teachers, that's a big thing with her. She wants me to be able to pronounce it right. It's hard. There are a lot of sounds in Mandarin that we just don't make in English.
Right.
And so it's difficult.
How long do you think you would need before you master this Mandarin? Or maybe not mastering, just having a conversation?
Well, I feel like
500 years later.
500年是不是？
但是有人跟他说，你住不够久，你住久了就会讲了。他说，对，我再住500年，我就会讲了。
Yeah, I think to read and write would probably take about that long. But as far as speaking and understanding, listening, I feel like I'm starting to make more progress. And I think maybe if I keep at it for another 2 or 3 years, I won't be fluent, but will be comfortable enough to have conversations with people and that sort of thing.
Great. I think maybe in 2 or 3 years, we can talk on the phone in Mandarin.
Okay, sure.
今天非常开心可以请到佩玲还有Karl来到现场，跟我们分享很多故事啊。但我觉得最特别、最开心的就是我们可以透过Karl的角度来看台湾。我们或许对台湾有很多期许、很多要求，但是我们不妨可以学Karl和他好朋友阿成，还有社区里的所有的美农，他们这种自己爱台湾的这种态度、这种感觉哦。我是 Jacko 蒋伟文，下一次在台湾站起，我们介绍你认识更多新移民的故事，下次再见。